welcome back. Today we're kind of a trick title. Our title for today is what keywords should I have on my resume?
Right.
Right.
And there's a lot of competing advice out there. There are a lot of really credible sources that are putting their opinions out there. And we have an opinion too. And we have a
rather strong one.
Yes. And we have an opinion is actually specific to our population and our niche of returners and pivoters. So I will let you have the stage on this one. Go ahead.
Because you know, I'm like, I die when I get this question.
Yeah.
Keywords are, just for those of you who don't know, are words that will come up in a search, in a job posting or in a job description. They're the words that describe that job that are most frequently used. And they tend to be somewhat mechanical words that if you are reading a resume as a robot, which is basically what happens when you stick your resume into an applicant tracking system or on a job board, the robot is trained to look for those words. Those are keywords. And so they're important when your resume is being scanned and read by an algorithm, because that's how your resume makes it into the keep pile versus the throw pile.
Right.
But here's the deal. Only 20% of Americans get their jobs by applying online exclusively. Some will use it in partnership with networking, which is not a bad strategy. But if you are not, so look at that 20% includes computer programmers and application developers whose entire resumes can be reduced to debits and credits, ons and off switches. It's very easy to know. And even when I was in recruiting, I didn't do a lot of technical recruiting, but I knew, I mean, one candidate, I never told you the story. One candidate came to my office in gray Champion sweatshirts with like, she must have just smoked a cigarette in the car. And she had like sneakers on, and I was just like, I had said business casual, and I was like, whoa, she's taking business casual to a whole new level. It didn't matter. She got a job in a month because she was a computer programmer. So those other things don't matter so much when your job can be reduced. If we take them out of the equation, you know, maybe 15% of the rest of us actually get a job by just applying online. And that assumes that you're not pivoting into a new career, that you have no stops or gaps on your resume. And none of the people who come to us fit into that category. So your chances of getting a job are like
many of you that are sitting in our audience, the chances are
like it's
slim to none.
So you're not writing your, and I don't recommend anybody write a resume for those kinds of odds. You're writing your resume for a human. And ultimately you're always writing it for a human because that's where you really want it to go, even after it gets through these other barriers. And so
I want to say something about that right there. And you, just by doing the act of writing your own resume, you are going to grow your confidence when you are speaking about it to the people that you are being interviewed by, because it's coming from you. It's you telling your own story. So writing your own resume is an important fact.
It's a great step
in your confidence.
It's an essential step. So when you're thinking about keywords, those words that pop up in a search, you're not really thinking about writing for an audience, right? So an audience now I need to know that you have the skills for the job. So that might be a proper application for keywords, looking at, well, these are the things that the job requires, but I'm not indiscriminately throwing them into a resume because they have to be authentic. They have to show, and think about it, have some empathy for the human who's reading your resume. I don't want to read, I'm going to read 50 resumes today. I don't want to read 50 resumes with all the same words. Find a different way of telling me that you are a great project manager. Give me a story in few words that helps me see it, as opposed to writing it in keywords for a job board or for an applicant tracking system.
We're going to talk more about that in another video about the profile statement, because the profile statement is really your opportunity to do exactly what you're doing. Give them a flavor for who you really are.
So the net of today's lesson is focus a lot. Try to tune out the advice to dump keywords into your resume,
or pay someone to write you a resume
full of
that has keywords in it. That there are plenty of people out there trying to sell that to you.
That's right.
Beware.
So your job really is to speak to those keywords, to say if the keyword is, you know, enterprise customer relationship, to speak to that, to show me that you have that experience, but not to dump as many words in that vein into your resume so that it gets through a computer, because it really doesn't matter.
So there you have it. That is what keywords belong in your resume.
Yeah.
And Apparently not. Yeah. So if you liked what you heard today, you can like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have new content that comes out every Monday. And if you want to learn more about us, you can find us at www.preparetolaunchu.com.